starting at 7 p.m.
Seeing it's 7 p.m. We're going to open the tonight's zoning board hearing. Members all present. I guess the probably our very first order of business was, I guess it was an oversight on our part. Kind of thought it was going to all be included from the last time. We need to, I guess, send a letter off to the selectmen requesting the appointment of our new alternate.
We didn't do that last time?
That's what I thought we did too.
When I went through the mail, that my partner in crime went through, she said appointed. So when I saw appointed, I go, we're all set? She goes, we're all set. But what happened was it didn't go any further than that. It was for me to submit a letter.
So, yeah, letter's gotta go to the selectmen requesting the next, or the first available opening we can get in. Would you say was the...
The next selectmen meeting is tomorrow. That would be too quick with the agenda, but they have a meeting on the 27th. And then our next ZBA meeting is October 17th, and the reason for that is because of Columbus Day. So it would work out good that Mr. Bossari would have time to meet with the selectmen, and then from there be sworn in by the town clerk. So I will make sure I get a letter. Oops.
That would be awesome.
Slight oversight.
I don't even think Mr. Bossari was planning on attending anyway, but that's okay. Oh, there he is. Oh, sorry.
But we have his nameplate all done.
I know. Somehow his nameplate. We're paying for a nameplate,
Busted.
and we didn't even get him appointed. Okay.
Oh.
We'll work on that part.
Where are we? There's our little agenda thing here. What do we have for correspondence? Let's run through that real quick before our first meeting. Hearing is at 7:14, petition 850. So what do we have for correspondence that we can clear up real quick here? Planning council agenda.
Hi.
Hi,
Here we go.
I was here for the, you're not until 8:15 to consider it for 8:15?
Oh, I
Did you get the public hearing notice?
Mm-hmm.
You should have, I got it on there.
Okay, so it has the time, date and time. All right, so I won't slot it.
We have some correspondence here from the Halifax Board of Selectmen notice of public hearing. The Board of Selectmen will hold a public hearing on Tuesday, September 13th, 2016 at 8 p.m. in the Selectmen Meeting Room, 499 Plymouth Street in Halifax, to consider an application by Leonard and Elizabeth Tessino for a long-term trailer permit for residential use on property located at 159 River Street. In the office of the planning board, please find attached the Form A approved and endorsed by the planning board at their August 4th meeting, area zone residential. This is builder water department. Well, they sent over a couple for us to take a look at if anybody would like to. File number 116 Palm Mill Road, and the other is map 117, lot 5.
You're here just here in general?
Oh, the subdivision of lots. It's creating one new lot, so if you guys want to take a look at them, you certainly can. We have another correspondence here dated August 29, 2016 from the Becca LLC, 4 First Street in Bridgewater, regarding the property at 241 Franklin Street at a meeting held on Thursday, August 18th. The Halifax Planning Board voted to grant your petition for approval to install a solar farm array located at 241 Franklin Street in Halifax. The property is owned by Conoco Energy LLC, and Springer Construction is shown on plan prepared by Conoco Engineering and Scientists, 4 First Street, Bridgewater, Mass. And they list 3 conditions once they are met, so the planning board approved that over there. Here's another site plan review. The attached submitted to the planning board for review. The plan is for the Dunkin' Donuts and retail office space to be located at 355 Plymouth Street in Halifax. These plans were previously approved on December 7, 2006 for the building, including a special permit for a drive-through window. Anybody like to take a look at that? It's also available. And from the planning board, attached, this is received September 6th, 2016. Site plan review. Attached is a revised set of plans submitted to the town clerk, forwarded to the planning board September 6, 2016, submitted by R&J LLC and Halifax Country Club LLC of 100 Country Club Drive in Halifax. Site plans for a multi-family development to be located at 314 Plymouth Street. And the plan will be available for review in meeting room on the second floor of the town hall for the police and fire departments. So, what else do we have?
That was the memo that also came along with the site plan review to the planning board, and the planning board gave the Office of the Zoning Board a copy, highlighting certain sections that may be applicable to the zoning board, which for the most part. the zoning
From
board's
Silver
correct.
Engineering Associates, dated September 1st, 2016, proposed multifamily development assesses, this was sent off to the town of Halifax, the planning board, for the proposed multifamily development, assesses map 63, lot 6A, and 31, map 73, lot 5. In response to the Armory Engineers PC letter of August 9th, Silver Engineering Associates, SEA, has provided the following response to the specific comments. The proposed project is a multifamily development with frontage on Plymouth Street. A variance request is pending from the Halifax Zoning Board of Appeals, requesting a reduction from 150 feet requirement down to 143.13 feet of frontage. The applicant has submitted the site plan on the definition. This issue raised by Armory Engineering relative is a zoning issue that will be addressed at the Zoning Board of Appeals. Okay. Basically, they're just telling us it's passing it on to us. We can look through this. It's rather lengthy. Right, what else do we have? Still have time.
I'll keep this with the R&J.
Yes, that'll be coming up later on anyway. This is from the planning board also, the notice of public hearing, dated and received September 7th. The Halifax Planning Board will hold a public hearing on October 6th at 6:30 in meeting room 1, second floor of the town hall, on the application filed by Richard Segelin. Segelin, 116 Palmer Mill Road in Halifax, to seek a special permit to allow a 5.5 acre retreat lot with 50 feet of frontage on Palmer Mill Road. Said property is owned. Trustees of the family trust is shown on Assessors Map 84. Applicant seeks a special permit in accordance with the zoning bylaws of the town of Halifax, 167-16 estate lots. Petition 855. Let's just review them. All right. What else do we have?
Yeah, just hold on.
We have the agenda for the Old Colony Planning Council. Agenda for meeting number 529, August 31st, 2016. If anybody would like to peruse their agenda, they're certainly welcome to. Oh, we have a signature required on this one?
Yes, that one was with Kazire because we were here August 8th to open, along with Jerry, to open and then continue the August 8th meeting to August 22nd. Due to a lack of quorum.
It was duly moved and seconded by Jerry Joy and seconded by Syed Nasrallah for the continuance of tonight's public hearing meeting to Monday, August 22nd, 2016. Voice vote passed. Okay.
The last three items was, pertains to petition 847, which I figured you would like to wait until 847 is open. But to touch on it, it was a fax, yeah, it was a fax that I sent to Attorney Brennan, making sure that he received the correspondences from the other boards when he was here August 22nd, and I faxed it to him. He did confirm receipt. I just wanted to make sure he had all the correspondences that we have. Letter of mutual agreement for an extension. Again, the board can acknowledge that when the public hearing is opened. He is requesting a mutual agreement for extension for 90 days from the time this gets stamped in. And this was dated August 31st. Next one is email from Attorney Brennan requesting a continuance to the October 17th date. Along him and his associate requested that. So that's part of the mail, and again can be acknowledged at petition 847 when it's open. The other piece of mail is petition 744, just an email correspondence to the attorney O'Shaughnessy. I asked Attorney O'Shaughnessy, good morning, Attorney O'Shaughnessy, August 25th. I'd like to take a moment to thank you for writing and dropping off the letter to the Office of Zoning Board of Appeals dated August 20th. As I have been told at the public hearing continuance, your letter was acknowledged and the continuance of petition 744 was motioned to Monday, October 17th, 2016. Attached, please find the public hearing notice reflecting date. Please note that the July 11, 2016 public hearing continuance, it was asked that Ms. Harmon submit a business plan detailing the operation of her business. The board had asked this of Ms. Harmon at each public hearing, but yet to receive a detailed business plan. The board gave her a deadline to submit to the Office of Zoning Board of Appeals on by Monday, August 1st, 2016. At that time, assuming the continuance of the August 8th public hearing was going to occur. However, as I am sure you're aware, due to a lack of quorum, the August 8th, 2016 public hearing was opened only for continuance to Monday, August 22nd. Barring the unforeseeable change of dates, I would have safely assumed that a business plan would have still been submitted to the office in a timely manner, as the submission requested and agreed to by Ms. Harmon should not have had to move up. Can you please advise when the submission of the business plan will be received by the Office of Zoning Board of Appeals, or if Ms. Harmon has it completed, to please drop it off as soon as possible? Can you confirm receipt of the public hearing continuance by return email? He came back, said, good morning, Ms. Wong. As you are aware, there have been several hearings regarding Ms. Choate's kennel license resulting from a 25-person petition from the Board of Selectmen. I believe these hearings having taken place subsequent to Ms. Choate's agreeing to provide such a plan to the ZBA. I understand that a business plan may have been requested back in July, but the intervening and future selectmen hearings may cause the plan to change. As a result, we are not able to be responsive to the ZBA request until we have concluded the matter with the selectmen. At this time, we will be in a better position to respond to the request of the ZBA, as any business plans will encompass any agreements or orders of the selectmen. So I replied back to him, thank you for your response. I will be relaying your email to the board at the next public hearing. So that was that. And then petition 850 is the first petition which we can open now with a letter of mutual agreement. So if you would like, I can read that aloud.
Sure, we'll do that.
Okay.
Just so everybody in the audience knows, has everybody signed in, by the way? This should be no floating around. Everyone knows that the meeting tonight and all of our meetings are all tape recorded, audio recorded, as well as they'll be from now on, evidently, from Area 58 Community Access Media. The video of the meeting will be recorded for cable cast and presented by YouTube. The video for the meeting is not considered an official public record, just so everybody knows. All right, why don't we hit the first petition, number 850.
Continuance of the public hearing motion from August 22nd, 2016 at 7:35 p.m. The Halifax Zoning Board of Appeals will hold a public hearing Monday, August 8th, 2016 at 7:35 p.m. Meeting room 1, 499 Plymouth Street, Halifax, Mass. On the application by Brookside Realty LLC, care of Edward G. Johnson of 4 Margot Lane, East Bridgewater, Mass. Incorporated for a special permit for a multifamily development to continue to do the following as stated by the application. A, to continue to construct 6 duplex-style units with a total of 12 three-bedroom residential buildings with a single attached garage for each of the 12 units. B, to request to change the original design plan to 3 different proposed design plans. C, to continue to keep within all the setback necessary to comply with the local bylaws. D, to request a waiver of bylaw section 167-72A. The proposed development will be situated on 12.52 acres located westerly side of East Elm Street, westerly side of Elm Street. Site properties owned by the Party Trust care of Corey S. Merritt, trustee, as shown as this map 14 lot 9, map 15 lot 6 and 13. Applicant seeks special permit under section 167-12.A, multifamily development, page 167:31, and under density regulations for specific uses in section 167-7D2. Specific use regulations, page 167:23-24, in accordance with design bylaws of the town of Halifax, rezone residential petition 850.
Okay, we have correspondence in regards to this.
Yes. The applicant has submitted on August 25th, 2016, a letter of mutual agreement for withdrawal as the request and agreement of the application. Petitioner has hereby withdrawn petition 850 without prejudice.
Do I have a motion to accept the petition of withdrawal without prejudice?
Motion to accept petition 850.
In a second.
Second.
All those in favor of allowing the, or accepting the withdrawal without prejudice of petition number 850, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Yes, sir.
Gordon Andrews, 244 Elm Street. Just wondering if there was any correspondence back from the attorney over the questions of whether or not a variance can be granted when you're issuing a special permit.
The board has received no correspondence at this time. Not yet, anyway.
Okay.
In fact, I don't even know, was the attorneys notified of the, well, they wouldn't even been notified of the withdrawal as at this point, because it's where it just happened tonight, so we can look into that, see if there was anything coming back from that.
Okay.
All right? Thank you.
The board does not mind signing, just to use so that way we can have them with a signature, that'd be great.
I'll sign it. That's fine.
Yeah, on this, on the other side, yeah. You guys can all just sign it, yeah, that's fine. And then I'll bring that to that timestamp and it'll be effective. Is there a specific question that was supposed to be asked to town council? Was it regarding this petition?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had given us a list of issues.
Okay.
He said kind of bylaws that question our jurisdiction or something like that.
Okay.
So I think.
There was never variances requested on the application whatsoever.
On the petition, if I may.
Yeah.
On the petition, they asked for a waiver, and in the bylaws under zoning, it says that you cannot grant or reduce or waive anything in the chapter in regards to a special permit when you're giving out a special permit.
Okay, okay, that's right. Now this is withdrawn without prejudice. So,
But it would apply to any
any future?
multifamily.
Any future is what you're saying? Oh, okay. So you're talking about multifamily in general, not just this application?
Because in other places, like when somebody asks for a home business, it says in the bylaws that the zoning board has the authority to waive certain things in that section where they're giving a special permit, but nowhere else. And at least with dealing with multifamilies, doesn't say that the zoning board has the authority to waive anything under the section that says you can't vary, reduce, or waive anything. I think it's 167-21-2C.
I think what you're referring to, a planning board has to waive
Planning
it
board, right.
on the lots.
Zoning board too.
I think it's just
I think part of the issue is that the varying power of the zoning board is a state thing. And so what they would be asking for is a special permit. they would ask separately, it'd probably be in the same petition, but they would ask separately for a variance for what you were asking for, kind of that, the 30-foot buffer is what you're kind of
Well, the
pointing at.
buffer and
Or-
also the fact that they don't have 150 feet
Right,
of frontage.
so, because there's other stuff that they're asking us for variances for. So I don't know if the, and I would rather have him do it, that's why I don't necessarily want to answer it. But my thought so far is that they can ask for a special permit. They can also, because it's their property, ask for us under a state jurisdiction, because that's what we do, is ask for us to vary their issues based on hardship and based on, you know, if they can't use the land without doing that specific variance and meeting those state requirements. So I don't know if the bylaws have to say that, because that would be a separate question. But I'd rather have, I agree with you, and I think we all did, I think that's why we asked, is to have him give us a better answer on that.
I think that was in the minutes of the
Yeah.
last
Yeah,
meeting.
that's what we
anyway.
talked about last time.
Okay, all right.
I could be wrong.
I mean, so the question would apply to this project and to another petition that comes up where they're asking for a variance for the frontage. So,
Correct.
Yeah,
Right, okay. All right, this one's done. Okay, next.
Our next
Next
petition,
one's
852.
852. The Halifax Zoning Board of Appeals will hold a public hearing on Monday, September 12th, 2016 at 7:15 PM in Meeting Room 1 of the Town Hall, 499 Plymouth Street, Halifax, Mass. On the application by Manuel D. Tavares for a special permit to build a 20 feet by 20 feet shed on the front of the property located at 87 Paradise Lane, Halifax, Mass. The property is owned by Manuel D. Tavares and Linda S. Veritimos, thank you. As shown as this is map 53, lot 17, the special permit requested are as follows. A continuation extension of a non-conforming use, section 167.8A, 8Z, page 167:28. Variances requested are as follows. No accessory building or structure shall have a floor area that is greater than 25% of the floor area of the livable ground floor area of the principal building, not to exceed 300 square feet, under section 167-12E1, page 167:33. No accessory building structure shall be located within an area of the following sides: the front lot line and the lines drawn perpendicular from the corners of the sides of the house closest to the front lot line to the front lot line under section 167-12.E3, page 167:33, right side from setback from 30 feet to 5 feet under section 167-11, table of dimensional and density regulations, page 167:31, in accordance with the zoning bylaws of the town of Halifax, area zone residential, petition 852.
Okay, would you like to speak to your petition? Just give us a little idea what you're planning, what it's going to be used for.
Basically, I have very little land to do anything in. I live on a lake, and got a few boats and grandkids, and just a lot of little things that you have to get a store. Like a 20-foot boat, get a little 12-foot gas boat. That's not, the 20-foot boat's not gonna go in, obviously, but, you know, your snow blower, your lawn mowers, kayaks we have, and I also have a little project, when I retire in 3 more years, that I'd like to try and finish, and it's in 1,000 pieces right now.
And what would that be?
It's a 1975 Corvette that I've had
Ready?
since 1970, since 1980 I've had it. I haven't had it on the road in 20 years.
He did not submit pictures of that.
What?
Just so the chairman knows, there's only pictures of his property in there, but there's no
He's
picture of the
saying, he's saying
vehicle.
all the right things. He must know. He just has some information.
I just had the seats.
Well, he does have terrible neighbors.
I just had
right?
the
That's
seats
what I'm
all
saying.
done over, the interior all done over.
More important,
The
what
things-
color is it?
It's yellow and black. I got a brand new 350, 330 horse in it. And it's just in 1,000 pieces, and I need room to,
So it's strictly storage, garage area, that type of thing,
that's all it is.
20 by 20?
Yeah.
I'll open up to questions from members of the board.
Electric? No electric.
No
In
electric?
the future,
If I need electric or something, I have a generator or something, I could power through, but, you know, I run an extension cord out there, but it's not that I'm gonna,
so no heat.
no heat, no nothing. Basically, I just like to get out, do something in the rain. or-
Is this it? Is this the actual picture of it, or
That's-
similar facsimile, or that's
Yeah,
it?
Yeah, the orientation might be,
Is there a second floor on this?
no, no second floor.
No water?
No water, there's nothing yet, nothing at all. Sits
And
on-
this is gonna be located how far off the side? Lot line?
If you look at.
5.6 and 5.3?
Yeah, I don't really have much to play with there, you know, there's water in the back, which, I probably have 8 feet behind the house, and, the water line runs right through in front of where the shed's at, right to the garage of the house, which is a very small, tiny garage, but I just don't have any room to put anything. You know, the house has a wraparound porch on it and kind of like close it down in the summer.
Could you show me where the driveway is?
This is the driveway coming up, right up this way, like this. And there's 2 big trees, like right here.
And so we would go down the driveway and access this way, this would actually be, the front doors would be this side or facing the street?
The doors would be over here. Yeah, on that side.
So you'd access it down the driveway and come in and around? Is that how you're doing it?
Oh, I could never get into that shed. But there's you can't get in that, you know what I mean? There's like 60-inch doors, 60-some-odd inch doors. But, I don't know, we haven't decided the configuration either. That's gonna go toward the street or over here. But the driveway, you come up this way. But there's 2 trees right here.
Any other questions from the board?
You have 2 existing sheds now?
Yeah.
Are you,
I'll leave it right, I gotta get rid of that.
yeah.
It's right there. I plan on just lining it right up at the corner and just...
Is the other one staying, or?
No, I gotta get rid of that one too. That's another problem.
Is there an empty lot next door, or is that?
It's an empty, yeah. There's 2 lots of 3. Oh, yeah.
They're right of ways.
They look pretty narrow, it's,
Yeah.
Who owns the property next door?
I believe Mike Schleif.
Have you spoken with him at all, had contact with him?
Oh, yeah.
Do they have any, what was his feedback, or did he submit some type of letter or anything? Have you talked to him about it?
Yeah, I told him what my plans were. He never said anything. They're in a really good... And if he had anything to say, I'm sure he would have said it, you know? We've been here, so...
But he didn't have any concerns being 5.6 and 5.3 feet off his property?
No, I don't believe so.
How about the other side?
There's nothing over there. That's a house on the other side that's owned by Brown, Stephen Brown. And,
Have you got any feedback from him at all?
no, not at all.
If the septic system's over here in the front yard, is there any room or any reason that it can't go over more further away from the side setback? 5.6 feet is pretty close.
Right now, there's hedges in the way. There's hedges run this way and then down right about here, like this. And I only have a little bit of grass here and a little bit right in this area right here.
So it can be moved off the side lot line?
It could, a little bit.
I mean, I do understand you're under half an acre, 15,000
Right.
square feet.
It could come forward a little bit, but it would just...
Well, I'm more worried about the side, you know, if it could move over.
There's, like I said, there's a tree here, there's probably 5 feet away. There's a tree there, 2 trees, 2 huge trees.
Pictures.
I do have pictures.
He didn't say anything so much.
So this is this existing shed right here?
Yes.
Which is right now 5.6.
Yeah.
That's a good
So
indication.
the door on the shed is facing your driveway
Right, right.
towards the other side lot line?
Toward, this is my driveway right here, the trees are right here.
So this door is right here? Correct.
Yeah, definitely. What you don't think I haven't, the trees, but you can't.
Okay, that's a big tree you're talking about?
Yeah. You see, that's it. Yes, and there's another one right here,
There's another one right where?
right there.
No, that's the pylon.
Yeah, yeah. So it's probably
there.
up here.
So what he's showing here is with the garages
Yes,
staked out as to the side of it.
yes, that's right.
Yeah, you can actually see it on this one here.
Here's a look.
That's the big one.
Oh, yeah.
There isn't much wiggle room in there.
You said the other one's over here somewhere.
That one's closer to the house.
Oh, an hemisphere of 5.5 feet off the side lot line.
What's the
He's already
distance?
got
right?
He's not encroaching anymore.
He's
How
not
long has
increasing.
this shed been there?
5 years, 6 years.
That is a big tree. What is that? Pine?
What, there's an oak, and the other one's a beech tree, they're massive. They're like 100 feet.
That is a big tree.
Oh, yeah. Is that that one there?
No, no.
Is that the other side?
This,
That's the other
it's,
side.
this one's over here, and
Oh,
this
okay.
one's like over here. Did you see in
Yeah.
the picture? Yeah, it's like a tight squeeze there.
Just gonna see if I have another picture for you.
Can you see on that one?
That fence is continuous on the other person's property?
Excuse me?
This fence here? Is that continuous all the way down?
Yes, that's all the way from the street all the way to the back. Yeah. And like I said, there ain't much room.
The tree's too much. One's an oak and one's a beech.
That's just not increasing.
All right, I'll open up to comments or anything from members of the audience if they're here to ask any questions or give an opinion. Yes, could you tell us your name, please?
Yes, Deborah Pinkham,
Yes?
88 Paradise Lane, right across the street from Manny and Linda. The biggest thing with that lot is the size. And behind the house, it drops off quite steeply behind. So he really doesn't have too many other spots to put this.
In the backyard, Dib?
In the backyard. He has no backyard. There's a set of stairs that goes down to the lake, but it just drops right off. In the past few years, there has been a resurgence of Paradise Lane. We've got a couple of new homes, we've got a couple of redos. The addition that's on the other side of Steve Brown's came out awesome. Manny and Linda have worked their butts off on this house. The house was in absolute deplorable condition when they took over the house. And right now, it is just, it's beautiful. They've done a lot of work. And where his garage is now, the vet's in there, and that's where it's gonna stay, but you can't move around too much. That's how tiny the garage is underneath the house. Anything he's been doing just increases the value of his property, my property. It's just the right of way to the lake that's right next to him. Mike has a spot, Keith Hopkins has a spot, and that's our right of way to the lake. And then Tom Fitzgerald has another little.
And where is that, Debbie? Where is the right of way exactly? To the,
Back of the garage is facing all this area here.
so it's to the right of the,
No, the right.
If you're looking at the house,
oh,
yes,
it's
to
on
the
Schleif's
right.
property.
Yeah, Schleif only has a small, yeah, it's, that little piece there is divided into 3 sections, actually.
right away, there's all this wooded area.
So where the trees are?
Yeah. And most of that lot is all treed. There, the piece down the middle is the one that has, you can walk down unobstructed, but where Mike's piece is, it's all beech trees.
But it's strictly walking.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
You
couldn't
wouldn't
back
make
like,
it way through, there's no boat access or...
no, no. And the water's too shallow there, so you wouldn't even want to try to launch a boat.
Okay,
And
anybody
the
else
other
have any?
little-
I'm
Excuse me,
sorry.
the other little shed that they have, it's just a potting shed. It's not, it's Linda's garden tools and stuff like that. So there isn't, it's just a little tiny thing.
And that's like 6.5 feet off the side lot line? The little potting one to the left
Yes.
as you're looking at the
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
house?
yeah.
And that is where your septic system is also? Right.
Yes.
Okay, anybody else have any other questions or comments? Yes, sir.
Paul Tickon, 80 Paradise Lane. Basically, I've seen what's proposed. Manny showed me where everything intends to go, and I think it'd be a fine addition. And I know he needs it, because every time he's doing anything, he has to be out in the weather, because the existing garage is like it's really tiny that's underneath the house, so they need something else. So I'm in favor of it.
Paul, you talked to, or have you talked to Mike Schleif about it at all?
No,
Has he made any comments, mention of it?
no. And if he had a problem, he'd be
Yeah, I
here.
think so too.
Yeah.
Anybody else have any more questions?
I just,
Yes, sir.
is the proposed shed going on top of the septic?
No, it's gonna replace what's there already. The old shed that's there now, the smaller one, is actually gonna be taken off and the new one,
I just misheard, that's all.
right, both sheds are going.
That little one is just a decoration, more or less. You know what I mean? It's weird.
That's staying? Leave the potting shed.
Yeah, but- That's
Stand by. Okay, seeing there's any more comments or anything, I personally would suggest that is one of the conditions that if you put in there that it does replace in the existing shed that's at that location where the new construction's going, because you put it in as a condition that it would be removed. I don't know, well, how about do you have any concerns about the plumbing, electrical, or anything like that? If
No plumbing, I mean, electrical somewhere down the road, if you're working on your car, you might want some lights or whatever. I don't think I'm opposed to that.
okay, no find it. All right, normally we do an inspection, a property inspection. How does the board feel about an on-site?
I make a motion to waive the onsite.
I have a motion on the floor and a second.
Second?
It's been motioned and second to waive the on-site. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Bottom line, just basically save you a month. We usually do go out and walk the property. We're all familiar with the area. It's up to the board to determine whether or not it's required to actually go out there, but we do normally, it is our normal practice that we do, but since we're familiar with it, that just cut out 30 days, it's basically bottom line. All right, do I have a motion regarding this petition? Number 852.
I'll make a motion, based on the good explanation written in the application about the topography of the lot and the fact that it's not increasing the nonconformity of the side lot line. I'll accept petition 852 with the condition that the current shed in that proposed location is taken down before the new shed is built. I'll accept it as presented.
Okay, so just so you know, as the petitioners, you do have a right, if you can't agree or adhere to the conditions that are being set up by the board, you have a right to withdraw your proposal. But if you can live with that, then we'll go forward. Any other conditions or anything else? Everybody good? Okay, so there's a motion on the floor to accept petition number 852 with a condition that the existing shed be removed from the property upon
Replace
construction,
the shed,
right.
yeah.
Okay, I'll ask for a voice vote. Saya?
Second.
Oh, it's been seconded.
Okay.
Okay.
All those in favor, Kasai, by saying
Yes.
aye?
Aye.
Peter?
Yes.
And Jerry?
Aye.
And myself, yes. It passes 5-0. If you could read to them and explain how the process works from
I
this
would
point.
love to.
Oh, well, thank you.
There's a 20-day appeal period. It will start tomorrow, so it'll get timestamped tomorrow. So it'll start probably September 14th, so I'm going to give you a recording of decision for the registry of deeds and tells you basically the directions that you need to follow after the 20 days has elapsed to come back to the town clerk's office, get a copy of decision letter. She'll seal it, stamp it, and then you take it to the Plymouth County Registry of Deeds, one of the 3 locations, and you bring back that registry tape, and then from there you can file for your building permit.
Okay, thank you.
So
Thank you
October
all.
5th is 20 days. So you can call the town clerk's office October 5th. That should pretty much lapse the 20 days. Okay?
You're all set?
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, bring that
Oh,
back.
okay. Well, why don't we take a quick 5 minutes?
Okay.
Hold on a second, Bert.
Let me open this petition and ask the board if they would, as the applicant was unaware that his meeting was tonight, if the board would like to continue this until 8 p.m. He's up, but let's open it first, if you don't mind. And then the board can motion, and then we could do petition 847 in the interim. Is that okay? So we can continue on. The house, is
I
that
don't think you
okay?
have to read the whole thing.
Alright.
We'll just,
Petition 853. Do you want me to read it?
we're going to just go out of order. We're going to change the agenda, give him a little more time, as we explained before, give him a little more time to get up here. We'll take petition out of order. We'll
Yeah,
take,
can we do a motion though, because he is before Mr. Peck by.
all right, why don't you
Okay.
read petition number 853?
Halifax zoning board of appeals will hold a public hearing Monday, September 12, 2016, 7:30 p.m. Meeting room 1, Town Hall, 49 Plymouth Street, Halifax, Mass. Application by Michael D. Simonetti to construct a shed on the property. Front of the property located 529 Plymouth Street, Halifax, Mass. The property is owned by Michael D. Simonetti and Emanuela Cardano, as shown as this map 31, lot 17, 18, 19. Special permit request as follows: continuation, extension, non-conforming use 167-8A, 8C, 167:28. Variances requested as follows: quote, no necessary accessory building or structure should be located within the area of the following sides: the front lot lines and lines drawn perpendicular from the corners of the side of the house closest to the front lot line to the front lot line. Under section 167-12E3, page 167:33, front setback from 50 feet to 3 feet. And under section 167-11, table of dimensional and density regulations, page 167:31, in accordance with zoning bylaws of the town of Halifax, area zone residential petition 853.
All right, do I hear a motion? I'll look for a motion for petition 853 to postpone it until 8 o'clock. Take it out of order.
I'll make a motion to continue petition 853 till 8 o'clock, so this evening.
Do I have a second? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Okay, let's go to the next one. Continuance of public hearing motion to September 12, 2016, 7:45 p.m. The Halifax Zoning Board of Appeals will hold a public hearing on Monday, July 11, 2016, 7:30 p.m. May 1, 499 Plymouth Street, application by attorney Edmund Edmund J. Brennan Jr. on behalf of R&J LLC and Halifax Country Club LLC, care of John Pack, manager for a special permit for multifamily to build 4 buildings with 4 residential units per building, 16 units in total consisting of 2 bedrooms per unit, a condominium development on land located on the southeasterly side of Plymouth Street. The said properties are owned by R&J LLC, as shown as this map 63, lots 31 and 6, and Halifax Country Club LLC, as shown as assessors map 73, lot 5. Applicant seeks special permit in accordance with zoning bylaws of Town of Halifax under Article 3, Section 167-7D, 2A through D, specific use regulations. Page 167:23, applicant seeks variance of the units for the development to reduce the frontage from 150 feet required to 143.3 feet requested. Applicant seeks variance in accordance with the zoning bylaws of Town of Halifax under Article 4, Section 167-11, Table of Dimensional Density Regulations, page 167:31, under Section 167-12A, 1-7, Density Regulations for specific use under multifamily development, page 167:31, area zone residential and commercial business petition 847.
The letter is requesting what now? Mary?
Okay, we have some correspondences. First one was that Attorney Brennan did receive 4 pages of facts that I sent him from memos from other boards and committees regarding the property. Next, Attorney Brennan submitted a letter of mutual agreement for extension for petition 847 to August, dated August 31st for a 90-day extension, if the board would like to vote on that. Today is day 95, so I would need this extension in order to continue with the application.
To continue it till when? October?
Once it gets time stamped tomorrow with the town clerk, it starts 90 days. We start in 90 days. Right now, we're on 100 days.
What's the date, 95?
And today is date 95.
So the next hearing would be,
October 17th, and then it would cover whatever hearings counting the 90 days from that time.
okay, do we have a motion to accept the request for continuance of the 90-day extension and a continuance to the next October meeting for petition number
847.
847?
Oh, and
Yeah,
Mr.
recuse myself.
Nesrela recuses himself.
So voting on the extension would be Jerry, Bob, myself, and Peter. A voice vote, I guess, would be great. Jerry?
Yes.
Oh, wait a minute,
I'll make a motion.
We have to have a motion in a second.
I'll make a motion to accept the agreement for extension for another 90 days.
And a second. It's been motioned and second to accept the extension. All those, we'll go by voice vote. Jerry?
Yes.
Bob?
Yes.
Myself, yes. Peter?
Yeah.
Passes 4-0.
Okay.
0.
Thank you. And then on an email, if you guys don't mind signing that, and on an email from Attorney Brennan, as he is away and has limited email capabilities, he sent me an email requesting that the petition be moved to the next public hearing date. He was unsure because he's in the Appalachians somewhere with limited. So I emailed.
Can you send that to his office?
Yes, so I emailed him back saying, read your email below, understand that Mr. Peck would like your physical presence at his petition hearings. He didn't want his associate covering his application. As you are aware, your client's petition continuance is Monday, September 12th, 7:45 p.m. What I believe you are requesting is a continuance to the next regular scheduled public hearing date of Monday, October 17th, 2016. Can you please confirm this by return email? Understanding that you may have difficulty monitoring your email, I've included Attorney Hughes on the email as I just spoke to him on the telephone. He replied back, Marion, you are correct, the October date, thank you. Attorney Hughes then replied, good afternoon, Marion. On behalf of Attorney Brennan, I confirm the request to continue the ZBA hearing to October 17th, 2016. So there is a request for continuance of petition 847 to October 17th, 2016.
Awesome.
It's a 3-day weekend before, you might want to enjoy
Tuesday,
your
Wednesday.
time. Yes.
I work Tuesday off. Right on time.
Do you want me to tell him to come in?
Yeah.
Come on, come on in. Hi, how are you?
Mrs. Simonetti?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on in, well, if you can sign in. That'll be great. We'll be with you in a
I
second.
need a motion to continue.
Yes.
That's the foundation.
I'll make a motion to continue petition 847 to the October 17th meeting.
And a second.
Second.
October 7th.
Again, a voice vote. Jerry?
Yes.
Bob?
Yes.
Yeah, myself, yes. Peter?
Yes.
4-0.
Okay, all right.
What day was it?
October 7th.
October 17th. It seems late because the Monday before, the week before is Columbus Day.
Yeah.
And we usually have it the second Mondays, but it's Columbus Day, so it's the 17th in October.
Fine.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right, we'll be back then. Thank you.
All right, let's get right into
Where
Mr.
is-
Simonetti.
Where is,
Steve, take care of
What
that.
do you need?
I may have gotten it.
Oh,
The extension? Oh, I'm gonna,
I put it over there. for you.
Oh, thank you.
Step one.
Oh, thank you.
8:47.
oh, thank you.
Sorry.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, the Halifax Zoning Board of Appeals will hold a public hearing on Monday, September 12, 2016, 7:30 PM, meeting number 1 of the Town Hall, 499 Plymouth Street in Halifax, on the application by Michael D. Simonetti. Did I pronounce that right? To construct a shed on the front of their property located at 529 Ponset Street in Halifax. Said property is owned by Michael D. Simonetti and Emanuela Cardano, is shown on Assessors Map number 31, lots 17, 18, and 19. The special permit requested are continuation extension of non-conforming uses, section 167-8A, 167-8C, page 167-28. The variances requested are as follows: no accessory building or structure shall be located within an area within the following sides: the front lot lines, the lines drawn perpendicular from the corners of the side of the house closest to the front lot line to the front lot line. Under section 167-12E3, page 167-33, front setback from 50 feet to 3 feet under sections 167-11, table of dimensional and density regulations, page 167-31, in accordance with the zoning bylaws of the town of Halifax, area is zoned residential. Petition number 853. Hi, Mr. Simonetti, how are you? Why don't you just give us a brief rundown here of what you want to do? Is this just what kind of shed are we putting up?
Just a small shed in behind my house, is just for a small structure for.
Oh, you're welcome.
Do we have a plot plan here? What's the shed gonna be used for, Mr. Simonetti?
For some stuff for working in the back side of my house, like a lawnmower or something like that. Because my house is very small, so I don't have any place to put anything for work around my house.
How big is the shed?
80 square feet. Is that 8 by 10?
8 by 10.
Yeah.
Are you here for a certain application?
No, for a hearing, maybe.
Oh, okay, okay.
Where are you on Ponset Street?
In the front of the restaurant.
Thank you.
Across the street of the restaurant and opposite him.
Oh, okay.
There's a shed at the end of the driveway, right? It's fairly
Yeah, it's a
new.
small shed in the
It's
other
fairly
side,
new,
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's pretty small.
Maybe,
Just-
no. They built that shed a few years ago. I don't know if you've seen it driving by.
Okay, so this is one Ponset, so what is this, what street is that, Lake Street?
Well, no, doesn't have any street on there.
There's no street
No.
there?
It's a continuing of land up there.
I think there's that old, it's like a big barn or something.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
that
what I was
hangar or
thinking of.
something. I think that might be next door. There's like a big barn or something next door.
Yeah.
They have sand all out in front, so that's next to your house, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit over.
It's to the left
Yeah.
if you're looking at your house to the left. Did you have like a tree line or something out by the road? Yeah, like a tree line along here.
Oh, so this, oh, I see. So this is where the proposed shed's going?
Yeah.
And is this one staying or is it being?
No, yeah, stay there.
What is this area? Is that septic?
That one is the septic, yeah.
So
This is going after the septic system.
is there a deck there?
Yeah, after the deck, yeah. That one is a small deck in the side of the septic, yeah.
But it's a deck, no structure or
No,
anything?
it's just a small deck.
How much does the land drop down?
Around like, from the start of the shed is probably like a 2 or 3 feet.
But going down to the water, does it drop? right
No,
away?
the water is on the other side of the shed. From the shed to the water is like probably 15 feet to the water. From the start of the downhill.
Why do you have to keep it 3 feet from the?
Because after you have the street, they have no room for, because in the right side, they start the downhill for go in the water, so I can't put anything down there, and the other side they have the street. So that one is the only place where I can fit something. I don't have any space for fit anything anywhere.
Anybody else have any more questions? So the front of the house itself, Mr. Simonides, is how far off the road?
The front of the house
Yeah, to Montponset Street.
is, how many, probably 12 feet from my door, you mean from my?
Yeah, from the front door
It's
to
probably
the...
like, yeah, around like 12 feet, 12, 15 feet.
What's there now?
Down there,
Yeah, where are you gonna put the shed?
anything, just grass.
Is it just grass now?
Yeah.
And is it just grass between there and kind of the deck?
Yeah.
Okay. And it looks like, maybe I'm looking at this wrong, but is there like a wall here or something that's kind of on the other side, or?
Near
Could you
the
show us
shed.
here? What, this here, is this right here?
Yeah.
No, this one was a old fence. Doesn't have anything.
Oh, that's okay. I see what you're saying.
The wall is this one here. Is the septic wall. It's go all the way around, but it's in the ground. Doesn't have anything.
So this is a fence?
That one is an old fence, yeah.
Okay.
But it's not there anymore. When I bought my house,
Oh, so it's gone.
no,
So your septic system is raised up,
no, the septic system is down.
and there's a wall around it?
It was, but you can't see anything because of the ground, so you can't see anything. You just see a couple brick come up from the ground, you know.
Okay.
So what, so this is all grass here to the water?
No. The grass is done after the shed. Everything there is just tree and
So
something.
from,
Yeah,
from kind of this little
Yeah.
thing here
it's
out.
just tree and something.
I guess my question would be, what are the chances of making the existing shed bigger and not encroaching any closer to the,
Because
to the Route 53?
because in the back of the shed I have the big out downhill to the water. So I am supposed to build in a big wall or something like that.
How far is it from the shed to the water? From here, from the back
From the
of
back of the shed, I have the big downhill in the water, so you can put anything down there. I think you have to put like a big wall and put some ground for make everything on level.
What about the other side? Is that a
I've al-
walkway or?
Another downhill and there's a big tree, something like that. You can't do anything down there. That one is really the only place they can fit. Because the rest is just downhill and something. I can do a little bit more before because of the septic system, so I can put on the top of the septic system. So that one is just, and can be no bigger than that because I can't, no. That one is the only size can fit and the only place can fit.
I don't know, I personally have a problem with being on a state highway, erecting a structure 3 feet off a state highway. I'm thinking snow removal, that type of thing, you know.
Yeah, it's not really.
What's the
not
liability of the town that'll be when,
But it's not really 3 feet from the street, it's 3 feet in my property. From the street is like a 12 feet.
Is there a sidewalk on your property?
no?
Yeah, I have a fence.
This might be the road.
Beyond the fence?
I have a fence, 3
This
feet
might be
inside my
the edge of the
fence,
road, 'cause
start the
this
shed.
Existing tree.
So I have the fence is here,
More room. I just
from the fence
doesn't need
to the street is like
I feel better.
10
He
feet,
said
10,
it's
11
a
feet.
big drop off.
I
Yeah,
think it is. 'cause
Does he have a sidewalk?
That's his house.
So you get the hydrant,
yeah, that one is the old shed, and you can make anything bigger because after the shed they have the
The fence isn't there anymore, is it?
Yeah, the fence is there, yeah. So, okay, the shed is inside the fence, so it's not in the street. So it doesn't go touching the street.
Can you go north at all on that?
Oh, yeah.
Gordon, you can come every meeting. I never met with Mr. Simonetti. Otherwise, I would have asked you to,
Yeah, to
it's not
Can you go a
mandatory,
little bit
it's
further
not,
north to
but
show
it
us the
definitely,
brick?
it
The
just
shed's
says
gonna go
1,000 words.
like right on the corner.
So by not meeting you and you have it
So-
stamped in and
so
having
basically-
There's the
everything,
house, so
application,
it's
I
gonna go-
couldn't tell you
Yeah, it's gonna
what
go
to
like
do.
we
So it's gonna
had
go
done.
over here?
Yeah, behind the
Because it
fence.
makes
Is that the wall he's talking
Because-
about?
Yes.
As you know, even though you were able to get denial letter, this is difficult for the board to, I mean, it's easier to see your house, the way it is.
So there is a stone wall
Do you have enough?
and a fence between Route 53 and your front yard where the shed is.
yeah, the shed
Proposed.
is inside the fence.
So it's behind that fence anyway.
Oh, the lake,
Yeah.
like the,
Yep.
Not looking at the picture, it does look like it just drops right off.
Yeah.
This
Looks like it.
stairway going down to the,
Yeah.
down to the back, I mean, you can see it's all daylight. Unless the board wants to go over and take a look at it.
So it's, so on the other side of that, you have 2 patios, right?
Right behind the house.
Yeah, it's just the one bigger. It's just the one big patio start from here, go all the way around, yeah. And the other one is here.
So, and you might, I hope you have an answer for it, you might have one, why not put it right there?
Because this one here, you have the patio. I can build in the top of the patio. This is the house.
Yeah.
I have just a small way from the patio to the septic system. Is probably from my door to the septic system is probably like I don't know, 2 yards.
Satellite view isn't much help, sorry.
How big is the lot?
Gordon, we can send you out there right
Don't be looking at my house on that.
11,000
How
square
big?
feet.
11,000 square feet?
He doesn't have much room.
No, I mean, clearly, yeah.
I
Yeah.
think that's the hardship would be the topography of the,
On the side of the lot.
right? And it is on the other side of the wall and on the other side of that fence. Proposed site.
Yeah, it's just not, it wasn't clear on the map.
Right,
It looked
exactly.
like this was the road.
Till you saw the picture.
Yeah.
Any other questions from members of the board?
No.
Any other questions from members of the audience regarding this property?
You're gonna have electricity out there, you're gonna have plumbing out there, you're gonna have anything else out there?
No,
Is it
probably we're just being a cord for a light, that's it.
You said cord?
Yeah, just for.
An extension cord?
Yeah.
What?
Just an
Yeah, just
extension
an
cord?
extension cord,
you know,
yeah, just for.
Pipe electricity out there?
That's it.
No water?
No, I just want to put like a low motor, something I have to use it because my house is very small, so I can't fit anything. Just for make a little bit more space for my house, that's it.
Well, what's the pleasure of the board as far as site inspection goes? What do you want to do?
I'm busy.
I think we should waive the onsite.
I have
So
a
it's a
motion on the
small
floor to
lot.
waive the onsite. Do I have a second?
Second?
Okay, there's a motion and a second to waive the on-site inspection. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion passes to waive the on-site, 5-0. Well, there's an awful lot of these very small restricted lots in that whole area. You know, they've been grandfathered that, the hardship in and of itself is the topography of the property, where the house is situated, where the septic is situated, and limited to where he could put the shed.
In fact, the fence is probably non-conforming too, or non-conforming like that, right?
Why?
Isn't it?
It's on the property line.
But the height of it and stuff like that? Doesn't it look like a high fence?
You got two
I
sheds.
guess you're 6 feet.
Is it?
Mhm.
Yeah, probably looks higher because.
Not that I'm,
the way the
not that I'm
land
calling it
slopes.
out, I'm just saying
Yeah,
it's,
probably because it slopes. It looks.
oh, maybe.
That's interesting.
I would say it's 6.
Is that 10 feet?
Yeah, 6 feet.
Is it a 6
Number
feet? Does it
5.
look like 6 feet?
Feet,
Yeah.
10 feet.
10.
minimum. So
10
what-
feet minimum.
That house.
So what,
Okay.
if you look,
I'm sorry, these are
I
just,
might just
sorry,
go
these
out
are
that
just
way. Sorry,
numbers.
like,
These are just numbers to me. I should not be expected. I know which one it
I
is.
mean, the topography is
Very
Yeah.
Because the lot is like 12,000 feet, but you can use like just in half, because the rest is
Just
just like
gradients.
forest and
Actually, it's
downhill.
11,465.
Ah,
I bet you would want that 535 square feet. I would.
If you go in the
Yeah,
back
You
of
look like
the
that
old
picture.
shed, you scare it for water, because you can fall in the water, because
Yeah.
it's like this. It says like 11,000 square feet, but it really is not.
All right, I'm looking for a motion for petition number 853.
Motion to accept petition 853 as presented.
I'll second.
And a second? Any discussion, any conditions? I don't know what else we could possibly,
The shed.
I mean, I think that as far as the criteria goes for the
They're
variance.
building on that lot, I would assume.
I do think it's, being that there's houses and whatnot across the street, it is, I feel is within the established character of the neighborhood. I think the hardship exists due to the topography and drop-off of the property and distance to the lake. And I don't think it conflicts with the intent of the bylaw. Okay, I have a motion and a second. All those in favor? We'll go by voice vote. Kasai will start this side.
Yes.
Peter?
Yes.
I got myself vote yes. Bob?
Yes.
And Jerry?
Yes.
It passes 5-0. Can you explain to Mr. Simonelli
There will be a 20-day appeal period. It will begin, this will be timestamped with the town clerk tomorrow, so it'll begin September 14th. And I'm gonna say by October 5th, you can go to the town clerk's office. So, and I'm gonna give you this, these are the directions, and there's a checklist, what you need to do. She'll give you a copy of the decision letter, she'll give you something stamped. You in turn will need to go to one of the 3 locations of the registry of deeds, record it, bring back that recording, and then from there, you can then file for your building permit.
Okay.
Until that's done, you cannot file for a building permit. Okay, so, again, October 5th, so that part's done, and then just wait the 20 days, which will be that date, okay?
Thanks, Howard.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Did you guys sign the love letter?
Which one?
This one?
Oh, it's on that.
You're so good. Okay.
I was confused.
The Halifax zoning board of appeals will hold a public hearing on Monday, September 12th, 2016, 8:15 PM in meeting room 1 of the Town Hall, 499 Plymouth Street, Halifax, Mass. On the application by Robin Bellinger for a special permit for a home business to teach children art classes under Purple Monkey Art Studio for the following days and times: Saturdays from 3 PM to 5 PM with a maximum of 8 students, Sundays from 9 AM to 10 AM with a maximum of 5 students, each with an adult, Sundays from 10 AM to 12:30 PM with a maximum of 8 students, totaling 5 hours per week to the property located at 11 Upton Street, Halifax, Mass. The property is owned by Brian and Robin Bellinger, as shown as Census Map 19, lots 400, 402, 404. Applicant seeks special permit in accordance with the zoning bylaws of the Town of Halifax under section 167-7 schedule use regulations, specifically summary of use regulations, home business or professional office studio conducted by the resident of the premise, accessory use, page 167:20, and specific use regulations under section 167-7011, page 167:26, area zone residential and commercial business, petition 854.
Hi.
Hi,
Hey,
I'm Robin. Nice
Hi,
to meet
Robin. How are
everybody.
you?
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
We're Gainer.
Hi, how you guys doing? Hello, I know you.
Maybe you can explain to us a little bit about what kind of classes and whatnot you
They're
do?
just kid art classes, really small, and my actual driveway fix, we're willing to use up some of our grass, fit 6 cars lined up, plus there's 2 spots right in front of our house. Right there, it covers it. Plus, we're fortunate enough to live on Upton Street where there's a swamp. So, where there's green kind of swamp area on both sides of the street, which doesn't bother anybody, if there was for some reason extra parking needed. But it's really, other than the little
Do
kids.
you own that area?
No, but it's public. Like anybody can, when there's parties, people park in front of there all the time. There's no one owns that land, it's town owned. I've instructed though, this past, I've instructed parents to, drop off, if they're doing drop-offs, drop off in the driveway. If they go in front of the house, right in front of my house, no one else's, and I will make sure I'm very courteous of all the other homes, because we're, it's tight there, to really like bring it home to parents and remind them like where they're supposed to be going all the time.
How much of the business of the students are dropped off versus parents who stay there and wait?
Right now, it's not, none of the classes are full, so I have 4 kids getting dropped off. I have
4 out of how many? All 4 are dropped off.
4 are dropped off in one class, then I have 2 dropped off for another class, and then another class is supposed to be 3. We'll see what happens with parents. That's 6 parked in my, actually 2 cars, because one's bringing 2 kids that are parked in my actual
Robin,
driveway.
you catering mostly to younger children?
Yeah,
or
yeah.
high school?
It could be end up as high school, but the classes is open to high school kids. I haven't marketed it enough to get enough numbers for high schools yet, but it's right now it's for elementary school.
Strictly art and what
Just
else?
art, just art.
Not like SAT
No,
study
just
things, nothing
art,
like that?
just art. Painting, drawing, art, collage, fun stuff. I've provided lots of photos just to try to make life easier. Some of them came out better than others, I apologize. Just to make sure, I was trying to be very considerate of, so everybody understands where it is, what options are as a backup. And again, I'll keep communicating things to make sure I don't disturb neighbors.
How long are these classes?
2 of the classes are 2-hour-long classes, and 1 class is an hour long.
So,
A total of 5 hours during the weekend.
so you've never hit
And
the
if-
maximum of capacity weight?
I haven't done it yet, hopefully soon, but I haven't done it yet. Just starting off,
How long have you been doing it for?
literally just started.
Oh, like this
Yeah,
month? Or?
yeah,
Oh.
just started.
How big a piece of property are we talking here?
I have, there's the driveway pictures. His came out the best, no offense to everybody else, right here.
I'm special.
Yeah, you're special.
We got the copies.
Yeah.
Let's see how it is.
So that's the driveway, so see how it could fit all those cars. And then right in front, we have 2 spots in front of our house as well. So
So
it's
how much of
really,
the house is devoted to the
Just-
studio?
I forget the numbers, but it's appropriate to the rules. I don't know, I'm not good with remembering numbers off the top of my head. I wrote it all out, I typed it all out, whatever like I was told to fill out, I have all the numbers in the appropriate area. I just can't spit them out for you right now.
So if you're just starting out, what is your profession? You're an
I'm an
art
art teacher, certified art teacher. But a stay-at-home mom, so I'm doing this on the weekend.
Now, the different classes, are they different age ranges?
Yeah, there's a toddler group and then there's an elementary school group for cartooning, and the goal was to do a teenage group, like tween teens, but it didn't really fill up, and there were so many kids that wanted the cartooning, that class filled up, and then, so tried to open up another one, but we'll see if the actual 8 kids actually show up the first,
Do you have any help or is it just yourself?
just me, just me.
Are there any other businesses around?
No, it's a residential street. It's a little street, 10 houses. And it's like about 6 houses, then there's that swampland, and then there's 6 houses. I actually,
So the room is on the first floor?
yeah, in the dining room. Yeah, that has those pictures right there.
You guys see that?
Yep.
Accessible
So it's
to
really,
that
but
room.
yeah, just right in the front and right in, boom, dining room. Dining room converted to a suite. Very simple.
Now, Robin, you probably know certainly better than I would, but is there any kind of state licensing that's required for this as far as compliance running
There's a
educational?
business certificate that I had to get through the town.
And that's sent to?
I dropped that off a while back to
No, I
the town
mean-
clerk.
Right, okay, but I mean, where do you send that to? Are you licensed by the state to do anything in
It's
in
not
like this?
required.
It's not
No.
licensed?
No,
I guess
no.
I didn't quite word it correctly, sorry.
Right, no, I'm a certified
I
master's.
thought it was like a daycare center. You
No,
know,
we're not-
You have to
no,
have,
no.
you know, so many
I'm an
people
art
per
teacher.
students and
No,
that
no,
type
no,
of
no,
thing.
I'm teaching art classes.
Okay,
Is it
but I didn't know if it
supervised?
was
Are the
regular.
parents there while it
Oh,
happens?
no, for the toddlers, for the younger kids, the preschoolers, like, you know, the 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, that age group, yes. I ask parents to come, otherwise just a drop off.
Parents wait, watch in the house or?
No, they have 2 hours to go do something themselves and come on back and pick up their kids.
You say when they supervise, they're
Yeah,
not
that's-
sitting out in the driveway in their cars?
No.
But the parents of the toddlers are in the.
Yeah, but they're in my driveway. And if I will make sure and reiterate, because you know there's those parents that come a half an hour early, they're going, you know, they're texting because maybe they finished with their errands. I'll make sure I reiterate in front of my house, ideally in the driveway. For some reason, if there's not room, which there should be, because we have removed all of our cars during these days. We remove our cars. My husband goes with the children, and I put it near neighbors, so it's not an issue.
Is this strictly, what were your hours again of operation during the weekend?
Saturday it's just 3 to 5, and then Sunday it's 9 to 10 and 10:30 to 12:30, and that's it.
Nothing during the week,
No,
nothing like that?
no.
How many houses are on your street?
Total of 10, I believe. Got 10.
Just as a side thing, you might want to check on that unsupervised, because if they're dropping off kids that are under 18 and they're not supervised, you just want to make sure that you're covered.
Oh, insurance-wise, yes, I am covered.
And license-wise and Cory-wise and all that stuff.
Okay.
So they can
I know, I
discuss
just
with
know
toddlers
for,
and stuff.
yeah, I just know for like field, I work at a school, so I know for like field trips and stuff, you have.
No, I've done that too. I actually, you know, I've been quarried with Halifax Elementary, actually.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
not
know,
sure.
and I don't know what the process is for like a private thing or anything,
If
but
that-
just for,
All right.
as a side thing,
No
it has
worry,
nothing to do
okay.
with us. I just know to keep yourself all set.
Right. No, I know I've the whole insurance thing. So yeah, okay.
No, you recorded, checked at the school, you said you were a teacher, you certified, licensed?
Yes.
All that,
Yeah.
state of Massachusetts?
Yes.
For Halifax or?
For the whole state.
No, but you work at Halifax or?
I didn't work. I actually helped out in the kindergarten class because my son was a kindergartner and taught some art classes with Mrs. Whitney. Do you guys know Mrs. Whitney?
I just know.
Oh, don't you? She's fabulous. I love her. Yeah, I taught with her, so it was fun. Yeah.
Any
Coming
other
in.
questions from the board?
So as this grows, will you be adding classes?
Yeah, I don't see. I'm just. Yes, it's going to be very slow growth. I'm just trying to.
I'm impressed that you've started and you already have 2 classes going.
It's not easy. So I'm just trying to balance everything. Right now, 3 is looking like it's manageable. You know, maybe adding in a 4th, maybe, but that would be also the weekend, and also not in inappropriate times, like, you know, not in the evening. Kids aren't coming in the evening anyway. You have to try to figure out between their sports schedules, you know, and church and all that good stuff. So,
Any other questions or comments from the board?
but I definitely have ample driveway space in front of my house, and then there's the swamp plan, which that also, there's pictures of that too within your file of where, you know, for some reason, if there's, I don't know, extra cars for some reason, that's where I would direct them, and I would make sure and walk out, because my dining room's right where you can see the road. So if I see people going in front of neighbors' houses, for some reason, if they're confused, even though they might have forgotten, or maybe it's like Uncle Jack coming to pick them up or something, I will go out personally to make sure that these cars are not interfering with anybody, because
I did tell Ms. Wallinger if she does down the road plan to add classes, that it would need to be re-advertised. Just because
Right.
the book can only vote on what's advertised. So she's
right now
doing
3 is
that.
just, that's all I'm looking to do right now. My capacity, personally.
All right, if nobody else has any more questions, I'll open up to questions from the audience, from the butters.
Yes, I'm
Your name, please, ma'am?
Marilyn Lewis,
And where do you
and I
live?
live right next door to Robin. And my concern was the parking, and she seemed to answer the questions fine.
Because up to the street is pretty narrow.
Yes.
You know,
Yes, it is, yes.
Any parking on the
I
street
mean,
there.
there's
Mark, how are you?
times-
Haven't seen you.
It's times that, you know, it's hard. Some neighbors have cars parked there all the time, and you come around from Ocean Ave, you know, and you gotta stop. So, but my current concern was Robin, her parking when they act. It's a drop off.
Right, in the wintertime too, with the snow and whatnot. I would
I'm not
imagine.
sure if I'm
So
doing
she
the winter time.
answered-
Yeah,
I'm in question in my mind if that's gonna be worth the aggravation or not, because the roads are so narrow, or if we do it, maybe I make the classes smaller, 'cause I know it's an issue. I mean, I live here too, I hear you. Especially when it was really bad.
Yeah, like
Before.
yesterday, there was couple cars
Your name,
from
sir?
your house.
Sir, your name, please?
Oh, I'm Kevin Lewis, her son.
Okay.
Like yesterday, there was a party across the street. I had a few friends over, they had a few friends over, and the cars had to just squeeze through. So that was our only issue about that. She answered
The cars from the school you had to squeeze through?
Oh, no.
No, oh, just.
No, a
just-
neighbor had a
Oh,
party,
okay,
and,
yeah.
you know,
It
it
is a
was
thing.
like, oh, you know,
Oh, did you have the
just-
party?
I'm sorry.
Mark had the party.
I didn't get my invite.
No.
But that was my concern, that was it, and she answered, so.
So you won't be doing it in the wintertime?
I don't know,
It's
I'm a
snowing
little
and stuff like
hesitant
that.
about what to do about that, and I don't know, the winter's.
She's just waiting for
I
it
don't
to
know.
get started.
Yeah, I'm just seeing how it goes, and if we do the winter, I'd wanna, like, I don't know, I guess I'd have to call, we'd have to figure out some sort of system of like, I would call it by like, I'd have to make calls of like, okay, DPW hasn't like cleaned off our road, which we're usually one of the last ones, and I'll just call the class, because I certainly don't wanna, they need to do their job first, and I recognize that and respect that. So I'll have to figure out how to plan it all out, because then I have to have extra days at the end to make up, you know, all that kind of stuff. So there's a few, I'll have to see how popular it is before I
Sure.
make that call. So I don't know, we'll see. I'm kind of going with the flow for the winter, but definitely the spring. The winter makes me a little nervous, but we'll see how it plays out, and definitely want to respect the people that are cleaning off the area and everybody else knowing that the area is tight. So we'll take it one day at a time, see how it goes.
Mark, do you have any questions? or
Mark
comments?
Valentine on the corner of Dwight Street and 0 Boston Ave.
I'm sorry, your name again? That was
Valentine, Mark Valentine.
Okay.
My property abuts from the back, which is the back line of the commercial business zone territory there, zoned area. I have no objection because we've always been so culturally advanced in Mount Ponce, so this is certainly a welcome thing. But the traffic back there, because I know it always is, and especially that's why in the winter, that was precipitated the ban on street parking, because that was one of the streets that was originally brought up, because, you know, with the parking and the snow and the fire trucks and all that stuff. But I have no objection, but it shouldn't affect the commercial business, my property at all. Would it?
I don't believe,
No, you can't even see it.
so.
I mean, we're not even outside. We're
Right.
in a dining room
Right.
in my house. Like, if you look at the outside of the property, there's pictures here. You can't even see his house. I mean,
So he
there's so
would
much.
be over here.
I'm not good with it. He's on Dwight. I'm not good with.
Well, this is the front, this is
Oh, that's
off
the front.
street,
So yeah, in
that's
the back corner.
here, so you're
This back corner right here.
Right, my lot, the lot line borders the three houses. This is Lewis's, Robbins.
There's
and,
there's the swamp area that I was saying that, and if you had to, people could park. There's no houses there, and that wouldn't be like offending anybody.
That's the last hydrant in Halifax, where she's talking.
Now, his house, like it's, you can't even see it. Like, there's so much
number Dwight Street?
trees.
12.
But I don't have the exact corner, but this is like most of the backyard, and then over here, but it's like back here, like that. You see a little red
right there.
Oh, okay. Look at that. So you can't see it even, and it's not like we're loud or anything like that.
The parking that you're talking about, that swamp.
Yeah.
That you're talking about, is that here?
Where's it? Could you just point to where Upton Street is?
I think this is it.
Okay, so I'm 11, you keep going down, where's this? It's towards Short Street. So, I'm not sure where, that's Ocean, oh, that's Ocean? Okay, so that must be Short. So it's like right, there's 12, yeah, there's 11.
So like right across the street from you?
No, it's like 300 feet, like if you're, I'm not good with maps, sorry. I'm just like, so I'm 11.
It's past your house.
It's past my house.
Going
You
towards
go to
Hanson.
Lewis's house, then there's like, I call it the church house, because the church used to own it, and then there's the swampland. And it's about 300 feet away is the swampland, like you
It's
can.
part in Hanson, so I'm right on the Halifax-Hanson line.
Right.
Oh, so it's over here.
It's over here.
Okay, that
No,
explains
it's not
why,
on the map.
that's why I was confused.
That makes sense.
All right, you're making me feel better.
So,
Any other comments, questions?
We were all set.
I guess I'm a little concerned only because it's a tight street. You kind of made, and I think there's some issues in the winter. And it might be okay now, but as it grows, I think, as people talk about stuff like that, I feel like parents do kind of buy into stuff, and I don't want to step on that either. I don't want to step on your business.
I can only,
but, you know, I don't know.
my
if
goal
this
is
the
not to
right
have
spot
some
for it.
like 20 classes in my house. That would be like, if I get to a certain number, I haven't even thought about it. I'm just starting out, so
Yeah.
that, I have 2 young kids. I'm just doing 3 classes and just getting by, if you know what I mean. I'm like spread thin. So
Yeah.
I don't see myself adding like, 10 classes. If I hit like double digits, I'm like going to a physical place to like, a storefront or something to like rent out, because that means I can afford to do that. So the goal is not to like make a storefront on Upton Street. The goal is just to have a few classes, keep my, feet in the water of teaching, so to speak.
You're getting your feet wet into it.
So,
but just real quick, a minute, what qualifies as home business? What are like some of the main?
Well, by our definition, well, there's a Halifax bylaw, and there's also a state definition. Usually it's, they list them on the state definition as lawyers, accountants, sewing shops, daycare, and there's a list of commonly what they call a customary home occupation. This, I believe, in our own bylaw specifically said that, I think she read that it says home business or professional offices / studio conducted by a resident on the premises, accessory use.
There's multiple places in the state that actually there's other women that are doing something similar to what I'm doing. 'Cause I went to just.
Where was that be, Robin?
I saw one in Toxfield. There's one, and I have a list on my in my computer of like just because I was trying to compare like. First of all, how much are they charging? Just as kind of, and then how did they market themselves in their website? So I found definitely a few of them that do it out of their homes.
Definition must have to.
Home business or professional, right, in an agricultural residential neighborhood zone, a special permit is required. So with certain businesses, there's agricultural business, industrial 2, and conservancy. And then from the summary of use regulations, it states whether or not an applicant, a petitioner, needs a special permit or not for that type of business.
How would the board feel about a 1-year permit, special permit, and the permit itself be revisited after a year to see how it's going in compliance with times and number of students and
I myself was thinking a year.
what's that?
I myself was thinking a year.
A year?
I have one question though. In your application for this petition, it states for following days and times: Saturdays from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. with a maximum of 8 students. Then it says Sunday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. with a maximum of 5 students, each with an adult.
Yeah, because those are for the younger kids.
The toddlers?
Yeah, the toddlers, like preschoolers, the 2 to 5 year olds.
So the toddlers are only maximum of 5.
Yeah.
And the 8 are for the older children.
Yes.
Do you think hours of operation in class size be mentioned in the permit itself and then again revisited in a year to see if everything complies and there's no problem with the butters and traffic flow and that type of thing and then...
She wrote out specifics on classes, right?
Right,
In the
exactly.
application. So just, this is all in here too, she's within the definition of it, so it has to be less than 25%, but she said 20%. No more than 1 employee, no equipment or display of products visible from the street.
There's no sign.
Right, it does say.
You
actually,
could, but I
can
know.
have a small sign, yeah.
I'm just telling you, I'm not even doing
Yeah,
that.
I don't know if you can get a whole lot of traffic on that street from the side.
You don't have any
This is-
supplies being delivered to the house or anything
No,
like
no.
that? Okay.
Now, this
Just so
pertains
we
to
don't-
residential,
A home business, yeah.
residential
This is-
area? It does.
What he's reading is the definition of what a home business
Right, so that will be a.
is
you need to do a
defined
special
in
permit for that.
the town of Halifax, so he's reading it. And then from there, you go to the summary of the uses in what areas permit
Right.
a home business, and then in agricultural residential, it is with a special permit.
So no truck or automobile traffic beyond that normally expected in a residential neighborhood.
Yeah.
I reviewed
Truckers aren't coming by to hang out.
So
at
I
our place.
reviewed the application with Ms. Bellinger when I told her it would be prudent of her to list the space that she was using for her art studio. You didn't really understand why do you need to do that, your dining room. I said you really should measure your dining
I
room.
did.
If that's the space, and then inform the board, because I told you that it was
Yeah, yeah.
25. And I said you should have that in your application.
It should definitely be
Because,
specified.
It's in there.
because it's not, a picture isn't gonna say what the space size is.
Right, no,
So,
yeah.
that's
And
why,
that's so that
that's
there's
why
a
it's in there.
designated area, size, room for the business. In the house, in a residential area, the whole house isn't gonna be converted into some type of business.
No.
There's only a percentage and a small portion of it is allowed by special permit.
Because the house isn't that big to begin with, right? Was it 3-bedroom?
Yeah, I'm just using the dining room.
Well, I think if, myself, if it was specific, to a set time, area and hours of operations as well as class size, for lack of a better term, or number of students, as specified in the application, if that was a condition that, again, if it's a condition that the board decides, you have to live with it, you have to agree to it. So if you don't think you can, you certainly have the right to withdraw your application. If the board puts conditions on your special permit as far as size, times of operation, students, you know, what area and how much square footage is designated, you know, for your classroom operation. Which really isn't.
Does it appear to be a problem? I'm not sure if anybody, do you have a problem with it? I guess I'm.
No.
Okay.
No, but it's gonna be specified, that's what it is.
Okay.
You know, so that,
That's why I wrote it down
especially when
specifically.
it's, exactly.
I wrote it down specifically, so I'm on board. She explained everything to me very well.
Yeah, I think the thing that's different about this, that makes this a little bit better than kind of general home op, is you have specific times that this is being used.
Yeah, and it's very reasonable times. I'm not like, you know, it's not like midnight, everybody's coming over and partying or something. You know what I mean?
Toddler's
That's
party.
That's my thought.
And does the board feel a 1-year permit and then have it revisited, you know, for renewal after that? And it would be for 1 year, if that's okay with you, you'd have to come back at the end of the year and see if there's any, or if during the year there were substantial changes to the permit, you would have to.
Yeah. There won't be substantial changes to the
You would have to come back to the
I
board.
can only handle 3 classes. What do you want?
Okay, I'm looking,
If you can let the applicant know, if coming back after a year, to reapply for an abutters list, so we can re-advertise it. And if the board would like to waive the application fee, that's fine, it could stay on the same petition, but to have it re-advertised saying that the applicant is coming back to renew her special permit application.
sure, it's fine.
And then.
Thank you, I really appreciate
Right,
that, because it's expensive.
Right.
Okay, first, let's determine, as the board, it's our normal practice that we do an on-site inspection. Is the board feel they're familiar with the area enough to waive the on-site, or do we want to schedule an on-site inspection?
Motion to move the onsite.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, I have a motion to waive the on-site that's been seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
The motion passes 5-0. Okay, how about a motion from, regarding petition number 854?
I'll make a motion to accept petition
Glad you're doing it. This is, I want to say it incorrectly.
854 as presented, with the specific hours and number of students as presented within the petition. The time period for the permit being 1 year, come back after 1 year and,
I'll figure out the 2017 date.
Okay.
But in
How
turn,
about
it
the
will say
size of
on the
the,
application that it is your responsibility to come before the board
Yeah,
to
yeah.
make an
The
appointment.
room that's
So
gonna
you
be
should really
used
look at the
for
August
purpose
date,
of-
deadline
be
date to
limited
get
to
on the
just the-
September.
Okay.
Get in the butters list, all
Is
that.
that gonna be written down
Okay.
somewhere?
It just say that you need to come up
It's
beforehand, you should check by
And there's
August
pictures in it
of
too.
2017.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay. And
Okay,
that she checked with the Office of Zoning Board in August of 2017 to get it advertised for the September hearing, okay?
all right, so there's a motion on the floor to accept petition number 854 with those conditions,
Second.
and there's a second. I'll call for voice vote. Jerry?
Yes.
Bob?
yes.
Myself, yes. Peter?
Yes.
And Kasia?
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
Okay, there will be a 20-day waiting period, starting, I have to sheet times, starting September 14th. So by October 5th, I would say, you can come back to the town clerk's office, and then the rest of this explains to you what you need to do after the 20-day appeal period, which she will give you what you need to take to the Registry of Deeds, record, and then bring back a copy of the recording. It's usually like a little registered thing.
Okay.
You have to record your special permit down at the Registry of Deeds, on your deed to your
Right.
property.
Where's the registry of deeds? Just.
Again, 3 locations.
Oh, okay.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much, everybody. Have a good night.
Bye-bye. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, waive SP fee. Yeah, the butters list. List and the advertising. I hope I'm not here for that. I'm sorry, you didn't hear that, did you?
What?
I said, I hope I'm not here for that. I'm sorry, you didn't hear that, did you?
What do you say? No, you will be. Oh, you said right there. So will I. So will he. So will he. And so. I'll be here.
Watch that.
Show you a picture.
Okay, what else do we have?
Oh, let's enjoy the 8:45.
Let's give John the night
Robin.
off and let's call it a motion to adjourn.
We got anything
Shall
else that we
we?
have to,
Motion to adjourn.
Do we have anything else? No, we do
You
not.
asked for it.
Yeah, we didn't, we don't.
Second.
Let's move on with our lives.
okay, it's been motion second to adjourn. After, you guys sign this, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.